getting ready to put the axolotls back in their tank. The thing is, I ended up messing up their cycle a little bit, so we've been waiting for that to be right again. Right now they've been living on my table, which, here we go. Little dudes. So they've been getting ready to go back into their regular tank, which is now doing much better. So that's what I'll be doing. Right now I have him sitting in a tub in the top of his other tank. The temperatures were really close, so it's not as big of a deal that I acclimatize him, but I think, you know, a little extra can't hurt. But I made sure that the temperatures were pretty even. I'm also then going to turkey baster some of the water that's in this tank into his little tub, so if there is a little bit of a difference, it's not as much of a shock for him. So in just a few seconds, he will be being released back into the tank for the first time. So now this is always tricky. Plus, Zelda, are you here to help? Or are you here to bug? Help or bug? Probably bug. Alright, so I'm going to slowly start to tip his bowl. And there's a little ledge here that I'm hoping to drop him off onto. Let's see if I can get him out. Come on, little dude. Boop. There we go. And now he is in the tank for the first time. I don't think he's real thrilled about it, but he's in there. He's doing good. We are doing good. Tiny axolotl is in the tank. And now the same thing will be happening to Lido. Lido is being acclimatized right now. Isn't really thrilled about it, but you know, we've got our helper here. And Duncan has already found himself a little hiding hole. And that's where he's hanging out right now. Can't see it because of the glare. It's not a great angle, but we'll be putting Lido in just a few minutes. Okay, so we're going to try the same dump and pour method that we did with Duncan. No, Lido, you have to come out. Go, come out. Come on, boop, boop. Boop, boop. There we go, yay! And we don't care and we're off. We don't need none of your ledges. So they are both in there right now, and I thought I'd briefly go over how I have my setup. I have a mesh top, which helps for cooling of the tank. A light, which is basically only on for the video purposes. We've got a fan, plus I've got another 4-bank fan that can sit on the other side of it if necessary. Temperature gauge, and I will be putting a wrap around it that allows for it to block the light that's in the hallway or that we have on. It goes around the back. I'll show you that in a second. And then during the daytime, I wrap it around the front so that they don't have blinding bright sunshine. This is the tank with the little shield on. Again, it just blocks the light from the hallway and that we have going on in the kitchen. So they've got some ambient light in there. They can see. Sorry, the reflection's so bad because their light's off. Let's see if I plop the blue half of it on. Oh, there we go. And then during the day, I just plop it on the other side to again block all the light because they've got no eyelids. Axolotls are very sensitive. And there's Lido hanging out in the back. This video to show a good way to try and acclimatize any sort of aquatic animal when you're transferring them to a different water or a different tank. Mainly you'll be doing this with tropical fish. That's what most people think about when they acclimatize things. It's letting the water that the fish is in match the water that they're going into, plus then adding slow amounts of the water they're going into their water. Normally because the parameters, like all the nitrates and even pH and things like that, might not be the exact same as the tank they're going into, so it can cause shock on their systems. Axolotls, from what I hear, are a little hardier, but I don't think there's any reason you shouldn't take these precautions with them as well. Again, you saw me put them in a container from their water, bring them over to the tank. I let them acclimatize with the temperature for a little bit, and then I bastered some of the water from the tank into theirs, so they were used to it, and then I slowly added them to the tank. So that way, hopefully they have the best results. Again, normally you do this with tropical fish, but I wanted to show it being done with axolotls. Again for stopping by and watching my video. I've enjoyed making it. Say goodbye, Zoda. No, I'm so grumpy. But I'm gonna be watching the tank for a little bit since this is their first time together. I just wanna make sure everything goes smoothly, so until next time.